Hello, my name is Robert Hollis, and I have a quick question for you. If what you know that you know that you know wasn't so, when would you like to know? See, a lot of my life has been programmed of me doing certain things. And when I find mentors and coaches that actually can shift those paradigms or the way that I think, everything changes and it changes fast. To understand that, I grew up in an environment where, hey, listen, education wasn't important. And the reason why is there was always some really, really good jobs available where I grew up. I grew up in Williston, North Dakota. And to think that, people would go, well, listen, do you go to school to get a job? Yeah, I can put you to work right now in the oil field and you can make plenty of money. But what's wrong with that is that the oil industry consistently would go up and down. So it wouldn't be stable. You know what I mean? There was no certainty or security there. And so then I chose to be a mechanic. And it's easy to be successful, isn't it? We all know that it is. You just have to find a job, work hard. If you want to make more money, you work harder. Get married, have a couple of kids, get a picket fence. It's like, that's what you're supposed to do. So I believed my entire life, the only way to make money is to work and work a job. I got hurt on workman's comp, and as soon as I did, I found out, the money doesn't keep coming in. Now I got to figure out how to provide for my family and myself on $900 a month. Are you kidding me? We were losing everything, going in debt like crazy. I got a pawn loan on a used car, had lost everything else, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Then all of a sudden, when I humbled myself and I said, man, I'm willing to do anything. I got to find a way to provide for my family. I have to. When my mind opened up, I love that phrase that when your mind is like a parachute, when it opens, it works. So I was so humble, and I tell people all the time, there's two reasons why we do anything. We're either inspired, so it's through inspiration, or it's desperate, and we're in desperation. And so that's exactly where I was. And a friend that I only met a couple of times, his name was Sean Hennigan, and he reached out to me and he said, hey, Bobby, a mechanic, right? He said, hey, Bobby, I met this guy that he showed me his check at $62,000 he made for last month. And my first thoughts were, no one makes that kind of money. I was pretty ignorant back in my 20s. And so he goes, no, I seen his check. And he's expanding a company and he's looking for individuals, don't need any experience. But if you're coachable, he can show you how to make six figures your first year. And I went, I got to meet this guy. So that's exactly what happened. And when I met this guy, he shifted these thoughts in my mind. I'll give you one that's really quick. He turned around, in fact, they're called paradigm shifts, right? And so he said, Robert, so we said, when everything's okay, and your knees are right, and what are you going to go do? I said, I'm going to go back to be a mechanic. I need a job. I need money to provide for my family. And then he said something stupid, I thought. He said, why do you need money? And I'm going, are you serious? I got to pay for food for my family, shelter, transportation. I got to pay for utilities. There's all this stuff that I have to pay for. And he said, so you're getting a job to make money? I said, I am. And he said, do you know there's people on this planet that make money and they don't have a job? Huh? I was like, what do you mean? He goes, I don't have a job. And that's why I can make so much money. And I was like, all right, what is this? And that's when I opened my mind and allowed him to be able to share me some philosophies, some techniques that have been done by the most wealthiest people on the planet. And one of those was a book called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. It was written in 1910. And he said, Robert, you got to study this book. See, I was a mechanic as Bobby. Now I'm a business person, and now I get to use my legal name. That was funny. It was just because I filled it out on a form to get involved with this company. And then he started sharing me these principles that, there is a way through leverage. There is a way through helping other people earn money. So like Zig Ziglar and some of the great people have said, you help other people get what they want out of life, and in turn you get what you want out of life. And he says, Robert, listen, I have 30,000 people all over the world right now that are responsible for my income. And I put them in a better place than they were when I met them. And I was like, oh my God. And he goes, Robert, listen, you can do this. Stop making it complicated. Stop using the thoughts that you have to try to figure this out. If you knew what I knew, you wouldn't be in this situation. It's what you did and the decisions that you made prior to this that got you where you are. And Albert Einstein said very simply, is people keep trying to use their thoughts, their ideas, their beliefs to get them out of the situation that they're in. And I said, oh, okay. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to learn these principles. And he said, study the science of getting rich. And I went through there and I started finding out, wow, I never looked at it this way. And it started shifting my beliefs. It started shifting my patterns, my habits. It started getting me excited about what I could do to help people looking forward. And when you're looking forward, that's when you go forward. A lot of people feel like they're stuck and they're learned hopelessness and we're making excuses and some people are victims. It's really, we're not stuck. We're just uninspired. See, going back to that inspiration and desperation. So when I met somebody, I only had 2 questions for him. And here's the 2 questions. What did you do before this? And he said, I worked at a tire store. I was like, really? So having a little bit of ego at that time, I was going, well, a master automotive technician is better than someone that changes tires. And I said, so how long have you been doing this? And he said about 6 months. And I found out later that he had been working under an incredible mentor for 2 years prior to that. So let's say 2 years and 6 months. And I just went, wow, if I can learn to be a mechanic, I can learn how to do this. And I started humbling myself, become very coachable, and I followed exactly what he told me to do, which is written in The Science of Getting Rich. It's basically the certain way. There's a combination to a safe. If you want to find the treasures, you got to have the treasure map. And it was a step-by-step thing that he taught me that allowed me for the past 36 years not to work for anyone. And what I admire most about what I've done, or what's made me most proud, is I've been able to teach this to people, and now there's over 66 people that have earned over $1 million in commissions by learning to do this way of marketing. So I just ask each and every one of you, if you're stuck and you feel like there's no hope, all you need to do is learn different things. So there's a lot of things that I thought about money. There was a lot of things that I don't like sales. I'm introverted. How many auto mechanics? And so I started pulling auto mechanics, and it's like they're real, social animals or social butterflies. They're not. I had 3 friends and they were auto mechanics. So there's all this stuff that I kept bringing up in my head. I've heard of these companies. Is it a scam? Am I gonna have to go door to door to sell? See, I almost robbed myself from living this incredible lifestyle and being able to impact millions of people because of my own thoughts. So I go back to say to you, if what you know you know it without a shadow of a doubt, is not true or not so, when would you like to know? So plug into a lot of videos that I have here. I love covering all kinds of subjects. I'm right now currently going through mastering the science of getting rich. You can see these right on my YouTube channel, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. So you can go to roberthollis.com/free and get a digital copy of my best-selling book, How Is That Working? How is that working? A lot of people are going, hey, I do this, this, and this. How is that working? Not very well. You learn new things, you get new concepts, new philosophies, new ways of believing. Bing, things change, and they change fast. All right? So you also can go to, roberthollis.com YouTube and check out all the videos that I'm consistently on a day-to-day basis putting there. So take care, and if no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. My mentors did that for me. I would love to do that for you. Bye for now, and see you on the next video.